Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, this fourth competition has ended. Unfortunately, I decided to save that few gems and this is what happened. It was such a disappointment. So apparently I was overtaken. It was such a trick that happens at the last second. Had I just spent that, I think, 6 number of gems, I would have gotten second place and got additional 50 event coins. This competition is really tough, I must say, given the fact that there are really a lot of players that's very aggressive. Apparently starting late seems to have lost its magic, but like I said, there's still something I wish to continue. If not, probably you can't even get to top 3, so this is something that I still want to embrace. Of course, I do not want to see this player anymore, hopefully, these two players actually. Actually, if I carry on with my strategy and just spend that a bit more gems, I would have gotten second, and probably now we are even. This second competition, I won him by a mere 11 EP points, and now he won me by a mere 16 EP points by spending gems at the last moment. So it's really a bit of regret. I should have just spent that 6 gems. I was thinking I've been monitoring so well, and I think that even at the last second he's not taking any action. So I thought that he basically isn't going to throw any gems in. So that was a bit of miscalculation. Should I just spend that a bit of more gems? We got 50 extra, 50 event goals, sometimes exchange for a lot of gold coins in this normal routine gold coins that you get from the region. So, but nonetheless, I'm happy to get third. With that, we got additional 200 event coins. That brings the total to, I think, 900, because I got first for the first 2, and then now I got third in the fourth one. I suspended for the third competition because entering too late. So in total, I'll still need another 100 event coins to claim that Samurai Legendary Train. Hopefully, in the next competition, I will be able to get that 100 event coins, and I can claim and show you that Legendary Train. And if you already claimed that Samurai Legendary Train, probably share with me in the comments how do you feel about it. Probably very happy. Normally in the events, I will try to get it within the first 3 competitions because that's the easiest. Subsequent to that, it's really tough. Like I've really witnessed in this 4th competition, finishing 100% just makes things get worse. Probably, really, I think the next so-called event, I just got to remind myself time and again not to finish 100% and probably not do the last job. I have been telling you not to do 100% by not doing the last job, but me myself, I decided did the last job and put it at the side, so that eventually I do need that extra EP, then I will just activate that. But the careless me, I just go ahead and click on it accidentally. Alright, so this is a reward of the 3 stars, and container, sometimes you see even those 3 stars you get rare, and it's a duplicate, of course. So it's not necessary the higher number of stars you get legendary or epic. Most of the time you just get lousy rare trains. So I'd rather you spend all your not event keys, sorry, your metal keys on a 1-star container, because it's just a probability, a percentage of getting common trains are high, but there isn't stopping you from getting a legendary. Even you buy those really expensive containers, I think double the price, like 200 metal keys, doesn't guarantee you won't get a common train either. So to me, I'll always focus on 1-star container. At times I will decide to splurge 1 or 2 on a 200 metal containers. So what's going to happen right now is really before the end of the competitions. You may be asking, how do you get the first 3 spot or get continuous getting first at times. I think generally it's starting late, that's for sure. Another one is really a continuous playing of the game. And of course in this competition, likewise, I've got some busy moments that I skip a couple of hours. Probably that also contributed towards the lower ranking. So having to play on it at a hourly basis is a must if you wish to get the top 5, I would say. And of course, you're going to prepare the EP beforehand. So you're going to prepare all the items that we collected to generate the EP. So you're going to generate 3 jobs completed, and then put it there, and then do not touch it until the start of the next competition. So that was the EP head start, and not just any EPs but really high EPs. But given the fact that we have already completed 100%, every completion of one of the delivery is taking us a lot of items. So I'll be just glad that I managed to get 3 jobs done and put it aside, because getting 1 job done is already taking a lot of effort. So and of course, besides that, just going to summarize. Start late is one. Basically, continuous playing is another one, and EP head start is the third one. Alright, so the fourth one is really you're going to prepare a lot of these Japanese items, put in the warehouse. You do note that now that we're 100% complete, every time they ask for quantities is like 800, 900. So even you have prepared a lot of certain items like 300-400, you thought is a lot, but it's really not a lot in this context right now. So the other one is your core factories. So the fifth tip is really your 6 core factories. You must also build all of them. And the sixth tip, I would say, clear your warehouse of any other items except Japanese items. So what we're going to do is really continuously just prepare and manufacture Japanese items, put in the warehouse. So in preparation for this 4th competition, my warehouse is full of Japanese items only. The other items are all packed in the factory input and output tray. Okay, raw materials in the input tray, completed items in the output tray, and I just store the production in every single factory there because it's 100% filled with stuff. And you know what, sometimes it's just a matter of luck. I think at the start of this 4th competition, yes, I have a lot of Japanese items, but they ask for non-Japanese items. I do not have that particular item that they asked for. So this is sometimes a matter of luck. And you know what's worse is they have 3 non-Japanese items at one go. So I just find this developer is trying to make our lives really difficult, because if you have at least a mixture, it's not too bad. But once you have 3 that is non-Japanese items and you only have Japanese items in your warehouse, I think we are heading for trouble here. So, and not forgetting that our factories are all filled to the brim. Really got to undo all the stuff, and you need a lot of warehouse spacing. So okay, so that's follow the next tip I want to share is really build your population, because without a population you can't increase your warehouse spacing. Alright, throughout the competition it is always between 2nd and 3rd position. This first guy, I think I already mentioned in my previous video, has been throwing tons and tons of gems and just propel himself and elevate all of us away by 300 to 400 EPs. It is not possible without spending gems. So this guy decided to splurge and make sure that he's very far away from everybody else. You can see no matter how hard we tried, we play like really every single hour. I believe a lot of players here are quite aggressive. They played almost every single hour. You can see them changing positions, but yet no one come close to the first positioned player. So it is proven, I believe, and I so-called strongly believe, that guy could have thrown in hundreds of gems just to get that 300-400 EP gap from us. So that is something I think there's no way we can fight someone who decided to throw a few hundred gems away. So if you are already leading, there's no need actually to throw gems for 400 EP gap. So this is something I find quite strange, unless that guy is really with tons and tons of gems that got no ways to spend. Okay, so this is the status right now. I'm still back to the 3rd position. Probably after this I'll be propelled back, so it's always fighting back and forth between 2nd. You can see here, so it's between Yamotsky and myself, fighting the 2nd and 3rd. Like I mentioned, he is the very strong aggressive player, so I really do not want to see this player again if possible, because it's really scary. It's already a nightmare. Every competition is now packed with players of somewhat similar levels. That makes life really difficult for everybody. As I mentioned again, this could be just the plan of the developer trying to squeeze people spending gems, and then eventually make money. Do not fall for the trap, so you got to bear in mind that. Alright, I can change logo right now with that rewards. To me, I thought getting a profile as a reward in the rewards chart is not really worth it. I'd rather give us something, be it parts or be it trains and whatnot, or even coins. I think it's perfectly fine. giving us an additional profile doesn't really benefit us in any way. So I would just find it a bit strange. Why would they give us this? So nonetheless, I still want to stick to my Santa Claus, which I thought is cool. So this is a couple of minutes. Like I said, every time it's very exciting, and I think anxious in the last moment of the competition itself, and we all been watching like a hawk, see whether how the situation changes. So far I've been leading, and I've been watching it really close. Like I mentioned, I even have this at a standby. I should have spent that 6 gems. Actually, it's not a lot. I'm just watching non-stop, going back and forth in my mind whether should I spend in 6 gems. Why did I hold back is because it's just a very tiny 28 EP, and I didn't expect that 28 actually make a difference, because currently at this juncture I am 12 EP above. But you know what, eventually he just hit the gems, and he just flew like 20 odd EP and overtake me by 10 over. So had I hit that 28 EP, I may have been second position. But that said, he may have something else on his hand. So this just happened too fast, and it doesn't really happen beforehand. So I don't quite like it, in the sense that it happens post result, which means that we can't even react to it. So this is probably click at the last second and the system accepted it, but however it's not fast enough for us to react. So this is some glitch here. So nonetheless, I'm happy to collect this 200, and I'm just going to work harder for the next competition for a balance of 100. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you good luck, and the next competition will be tough. Goodbye.